Welcome to Podcast Therapy, where we embark on a journey deep within, exploring the often underestimated powerhouse within us, the gut. I'm your host, Demetrius Kapolonis, and today's episode will unravel the mysteries, science, and incredible impact of gut health on our overall well-being. Get ready to dive into the world beneath the surface in our quest for the healthier and more balanced life. Let's kick off this enlightening journey into gut health. And there's somebody here next to me that is my wife, Delanisa Kapolonis, that is going to help us on this journey.
Delanisa Kapolonis, as Demetrius mentioned, and I'm really excited to be here today because I feel like this is a very important topic and I want to share with the world. I feel like everyone needs to know how important your gut is for your overall health, not just like what you said, brain, but it's also mood, immune system, everything. It's all tied in. It's all one. And I feel like once you have a healthy gut, you will see a transformation in yourself. And that's why I want to sit here and speak to you guys about some of the bullet points that will help you see why gut health is so important.
And of course, we went through this ourselves, right? Because we tend to eat like everybody else does. And that's why this episode is very important for everybody, because it's not just for adults. For children,
yes,
it's for grandparents, it's
yes,
anyone and everyone that's
yes,
interested in gut health.
Yes.
Because one of the main problems that we see within our clients is digestion, right? When we talk to our clients, one of the main problems that they're having is breaking down food. Oh, I feel bloated. Oh, my stomach is bothering me. I don't know what I did. I don't know what I ate. And so the key is like to pinpoint exactly what we're doing to our gut to help fix it.
Yes. I also feel like it also has a lot to do with your sleep pattern. As you know, many people tend to eat before they sleep, which if the rule should be 3-2-1. 3 hours before bed, you shouldn't eat anything. 2 hours before bed, you shouldn't drink anything. 1 hour before bed, you shouldn't have any screen time. Just so your body starts developing and releasing its melatonin naturally. Because once you start eating and then you go to bed in an hour, that food is not going to get digested. Now you're going to have poor sleep quality, and that's going to carry over into the next day.
Yeah, no, I mean, sleep is almost everything with anything, right? And eating before bed usually is going to mess with your gut, because now eating is your mind's going to think about breaking down instead of releasing natural melatonin, which is going to help you sleep and recover.
Yes.
So that is very important, how important sleep is to the gut.
Yes.
The gut controls almost everything in your body, right? Because it's producing the nutrients and then it's funneling it off into the right organs.
Yes. It's also, too, like we have the circadian rhythm that also tells our body when to do certain things. So in the morning when you wake up, I usually take my probiotics. I give my kids probiotics as well, only because we don't consume enough good prebiotics and probiotics for our body to break down those certain foods. So just giving it that extra supplements makes a world of a difference. And there's so many out there now that are clean and healthy and great for kids and for adults, that you really see how impactful it's going to be in your body.
And obviously there's different tools and different mechanisms and definitely different things that are going to help you, right? And one thing to help gut health is training. Something simple like training. And why people are saying doing something physical, why is it helping your gut? Because once you're training and you put your body into that mode, you're increasing your metabolism, you have your body running at optimal levels. And so when you're running at optimal levels, your absorption is going to be a lot better.
Yes.
And so then your gut is going to want to take in the correct nutrients. And then when you give your body the correct nutrients, it's going to funnel into the right places and it's going to make you feel good.
Yes.
It's a mood enhancing organ.
Yes.
People don't understand that a clean gut is going to make you happy,
Yes.
right? A properly working gut is going to make you happy. It works with your stress levels, right? Because stressful eating is going to what? Make you eat food that you're not going to want to. And then your gut is saying to yourself, uh-oh, why did you put this into our system? I really can't break this down because it's got too much sugar, right? So sugar plays a big role in gut breakdown, right?
Yes, yes, totally agree. And not to say that certain type of people can't break down the food due to medical issues. That's why we will typically refer them to digestive enzymes. But if you have a healthy microbiome, you should be able to naturally break down these foods. And it's all tied into also your immune system. If you have a healthy microbiome, you are going to have a healthy immune system, being able to now fight off viruses sooner than any other person. I am a firm believer in making sure that your gut is healthy because that would also keep everything else running and at optimal level, especially during flu and,
Sick season, right?
Yes.
I mean, we all got to try to stay healthy. So boosting your immune system is definitely going to help with, feeling better and making sure to fight off all these colds and flu symptoms, right?
Yes.
And these are the things that are very important in gut health. And again, it's definitely some of the food that we put into our system. So high sugar, high processed sugar, that slows down the breakdown in your gut. And what that does is sending wrong signals to your brain. And then what is that going to do? It could give us anxiety, could give us issues. It could give us anything where your mind is not focused on what the plan is for today. And so I feel like that's the first step to anybody that's trying to transition and become a healthier person, especially with the new year coming along. Everyone's number one asking question is, oh, how can I be healthy? How can I lose weight? How can I do this? Let's focus on gut health because that's where it all starts. If you don't feel good, then you're not going to want to work out. You're not going to want to do everything else to continue that process. So it's very important that you're able to have very good or incredible gut health to continue this way of life, especially like we said, environment takes a toll, right, on you. Everything is based on your environment. It depends where you are and who you're with, because that will dictate what you're going to eat, right? You can be as strong as you want to, but the environment plays a role in it. So if you set yourself up to succeed by planning and scheduling, you'll be able to implement things like digestive enzymes, like you said. That's very important in the breakdown of food. So you can make sure that you don't overeat. Overeating is another problem with gut health. I mean, everyone seems to see a big plate of food in front of them, and it means let's eat it all. And your gut saying, yes, feed, feed, feed. But then it's going to take you longer to break down. So it's important to also portion control your food. It's not about also what you put in. It's also portion control. Give yourself time to break down the food instead of continue stuffing down all these foods. And you think that it makes you feel good. But we all know after a couple hours of breaking it down, it slows you down.
Yes, yes. And you know what? I'm glad that you said that because a lot of people now are coming up to us and saying, oh, I have no energy. That's a big one this year. The energy, the willingness, the determination has really had a significant toll on people this year. And one of the things I've been seeing is that they are not taking care of their gut. And a lot of the issues with energy stems from the gut. So I'm glad that you did bring that up.
And also like the bloating and all these effects that, an unhealthy gut can give you is an issue because then you also, not to get crazy, but the bowel movements that you have aren't going to be that good. And so you're not going to feel good. When you have something stuck in your stomach and it's not breaking down, it's forcing you not to eat for a longer period of time. And then eventually what happens, you do get hungry and then you start to, oh, I don't have my food with me or I don't have anything healthy, but I'm starving. So let me get something from anywhere to feed me.
Yeah.
And now you continue to go back into that kind of cycle of not cleaning your gut or not providing the right nutrients. And now we're back into that lifestyle where, we're providing it whatever nutrients we have handy because we're hungry.
Yes. And it's also balance. I feel like everything is balanced. So, let's say the holidays are coming up. Of course, we're going to eat, whatever our host is providing. We love food. We love to try any type of food, but it's also knowing when and how. So if I know that I'm going to have this big feast of meal during Christmas Eve, then I'm going to make sure I take my super greens in the morning. Why? Because I want to make sure that my gut is able to handle what I'm going to be throwing at it. I'm not going to be surprising it. It's like if you know that, you're going to the airport and that, you're going to have everything that you need, your passport. It's about preparation. If you're going to eat out and you're going to have all these different types of food, then plan ahead. Like I tell my kids, you want to have a cheeseburger? That's fine. You could have a cheeseburger, but make sure you take your super greens in the morning.
And the super greens you're saying are Green Drive, right?
Yes.
Green Drive
Yes.
is definitely one of the best products on the market. And it's definitely gives you everything that you need. It's naturally made. It's got medicinal mushrooms.
Yes.
We got ourselves some organic broccoli sprout.
Yes.
We got ourselves some barley juice.
All my favorite
We got
things.
beet juice powder. And we got green tea matcha, all natural, organic, made in the USA. So we're really happy that, creating this product is going to give everyone the right thing to do, especially when you're on the go. And it's something that everyone is taking, from 5-year-olds to 75-year-olds. I mean, it's a better lifestyle just by adding superfood to your diet, which, again, what is superfood? Because it seems like everything out there is superfood here, but do we know what superfood is? What does it consist of?
Yes. And a lot of people throw that word around, right? Everybody, superfood. For me, it was very important to have something natural that I was able to give my kids. Why? Because they're athletes, they're student athletes, and I want to make sure that they're getting the best of the best. So when I teach them about superfoods, I make sure I tell them berries is a big one, antioxidants, leafy greens, fish, and mushrooms. Now, a lot of people...
Wait, that's superfood?
Yes, mushrooms.
Oh, wait, it's not fries? You sure?
Well, you could have your fries too, okay? But... this is superfoods.
So you need this. Okay.
Strawberries.
All right. So in conjunction.
Any smoothies. I usually like to throw in like a spinach, berries, a scoop of protein with a scoop of probiotic in the morning for my boys. I tell you that their day starts at 6:30, doesn't end till 9. They have a full schedule. And the only way that they're able to produce and to keep going is by making sure that they're giving their body the nutrients. And also, too, a very important fact for everyone to know is that if you have a leaky gut, you're not absorbing the nutrients you're putting in. So you could be having an amazing diet, but if your gut isn't healthy, you're not consuming, you're not absorbing all those nutrients that you're offering your body. And that's such a shame because, we work so hard to make sure that we give our body everything it needs.
So you're saying that we have to eat healthy because our gut is going to process everything better. Now, even if we don't put in the right nutrients here and there, it still won't work optimal because we're not feeding it the correct nutrients, and then therefore we're not absorbing what we want, right?
Yes, correct. And a lot to do is, like the big thing is mushrooms.
Medicinal mushrooms is a very, very big. And you know what? It's been around for hundreds of years.
But
hundreds of years.
What? It's the same thing as ashwagandha. If 5 years ago, we were selling so much ashwagandha, no one knew what ashwagandha was. Now, everyone comes in. Do you have ashwagandha? Do you have ashwagandha? It's one of those things that if they're not marketed, no one knows about. Mushrooms, I'm telling you, the turkey tail, the reddish, all these mushrooms are so powerful in the way that they make our body feel. Not only because they're superfoods, but the level of brain stimulation, heart, organs. Even if you have anxiety, if you take turkey tail, you will feel so much better.
No, I think that medicinal mushrooms are probably one of the best natural and healthiest things that you can take. It's from the ground, not hasn't been ultra processed like 90% of the things that are out there yet. So, especially this product, we're very happy and excited that it's got the three top mushrooms, which is lion's mane, turkey tails, and reishi mushroom.
Yes.
And combining those three have been giving everybody the amazing focus, good digestion breakdown. I mean, there's so much research behind it. And one thing again is being stress free, right?
Yes.
Or getting to
Yes.
it. I mean, one thing is that blocks us from absorbing or making right decision is the stress hormone, right?
Yes.
And
Yes.
so
Agreed.
mushrooms will help kind of minimize that stress hormone and give you that your ability to continue your course, right?
Yes.
The course of being on track and maintaining or becoming a healthy you.
Yes.
And so that's what we believe, and this is why we created the brand Fits, because it's important that we want our clients to take control of their life.
Yes.
We don't want other people to control their life. We want them to take control of your life. So you have to make a difference, and it's important. And again, superfoods and mushroom is another product that's great, and it can be implemented in anyone's diet, any on the go. We like to take it first thing in the morning. I think it's pretty good first thing in the morning. You mix it with water. The focus is great. The breakdown of the foods, and the best part is we get our greens in
Yes.
one shot. You
Yes.
know, like you can't get better than that. You're getting broccoli. You're getting barley grass, beet juice. I mean,
Yes.
those are what you want.
Especially in the morning. I feel like our bodies usually now with all the processed food, it's high in inflammation, right? Because we are eating all these ultra processed foods that really doesn't do well with our gut. And once we make sure that we create a foundation, our body isn't going to be in inflammatory stress, right? Because it's going to reduce the inflammation.
Inflammation,
Which is a
very
big
big
one.
topic. Very big topic.
Oh, we're not going to get into
inflammation.
that.
That's going to be for another episode, guys. That's going to be another episode because inflammation is a very big problem in today's society. And
well,
no-
that's a lot of the diseases.
yeah, the chronic
caused by
diseases and all these things
inflammation.
are just caused by inflammation.
Honestly, I'm even seeing, autism, ADHD, all of these, horrible diseases that are really taking over our youth. It's all inflammation.
Inflammation in the brain.
Yeah.
And
the gut.
and it's all about a healthy lifestyle. It's
Yeah.
about implementing the right ingredients. Yes, maybe kids, adults, even the older generation do not want to eat these things because it doesn't taste good, right? But if we sit down and we educate everyone, our children, our grandparents, our significant other,
Yes.
about the benefits of doing these things to yourself and creating a long-term plan, because I know you and then I know me, I want to be here for a long time, and I don't
Yes.
want to be in a hospital bed for the last 20 years of my life because I've worked too hard, and I want to enjoy the last 20 years of my life. I want to look amazing. I want to hold as much muscle as I can because, that obviously helps with dementia and Alzheimer's. So the more muscle you hold as you get older,
Longevity.
that's going to create it. That's going to create it. So there's a lot of misconceptions about that. That is for another episode again. So let's finish up today by talking about the mushrooms, the superfood, and one more thing to add into this would be balance,
Yes.
right? Because in order to do these and implement gut health, you want to include balance, right? Because
Yes.
balance is very, very important. And I believe in balance, and I try to balance my life between everything that we do, whether it's with the children, it's a diet, it's clients, it's going away, on trips of like hockey tournaments and things like that. So it's a give and take. But the problem is that if you do not take and only give, you're kind of supplying the wrong things. That's what I believe. A bunch of times we'll go away on trips for hockey tournament, and there's not much out on the road, and you have to make smarter decisions. So making
Yes.
smarter decisions is very crucial,
Yes.
especially the time of an athlete, or if you're training or you're putting in all this work and effort. You want to make sure you implement and put in the right food. And so
Yes.
balance is the key, because it's a little different than what it was when we were younger, where there was only certain type of foods that you needed to eat to gain muscle or to lose weight or anything like that. These days, like we always talk about, there's so many
Yes.
great foods out there that we can create a good balanced diet where it can taste good and supply us with the right nutrients.
Yes, I totally agree with that. I just feel like we need, especially like super greens. It's so simple. Like, everything in there will help with your blood vessels, your bone marrow, boosting the immune system while balancing your metabolism and promoting energy.
She loves calling them super greens because they're Superman style greens. But Green Drive is the way to go. Love calling it super greens, but Green Drive is the way to go.
But yes, I do feel like balance is so important to have, especially like, like we said, first thing in the morning, you get it out of your way. You're already creating yourself up for success, right? Because you now implemented something that you weren't doing before. Now that's going to carry out throughout the whole day, because now you're going to be conscious of, okay, I had this. Now I want to make sure I keep giving my body what it needs, right? Even though lunchtime might be something special and you have an outing, you might have something else, but at least you are conscious of what you're putting into your body. And that's why I always say the first thing in the morning, what you put in your body matters, because that's going to set you up for the rest of the day.
Well, that's why I recommend to my clients is always want to take this right when you wake up, because your gut is empty, right? You're in a fast, so to speak, when you're sleeping all night because you're not eating at night. So your body's in a fast. So when you wake up in the morning, your body's starving.
Yes.
So it's crucial what you put into your body when you wake up. And I know it's cliche and everyone says, oh, you have to eat breakfast because it's the most important part of the day. And it's true, because your body is in a fast. So for 6, 7, 8, 9 hours, it hasn't consumed anything and you're hungry.
Yes.
And so it all depends on what you put into your body. And it's super important to kind of create a layer in your gut with these products. Like the Green Drive will produce that layer of coating of, the mushrooms and the superfood. And then that way, afterwards, people will have coffee and things like that. You do not want to drink coffee right away, because that's going to burn your inner organ, right? Because caffeine and that ingredient on its own, after being in a fast, it's not going to help digest your gut, because your gut wants actual food.
It wants nutrients.
It needs nutrients.
Yes.
The key is it needs nutrients.
Yes.
And so that's why it's important to balance your life, right? Because it's about putting the right food and the right supplements and the right water intake, right, throughout the day. And then you'll feel better. And then as soon as you feel better physically and mentally, you're going to want to stay into this lifestyle, because it's going to promote how long you're going to stay alive, right? And it's not just how long you're going to stay alive. You want to be healthy. Like I said, I don't want to be crippled. I don't want to be in a wheelchair. I don't want to do any of these things when I'm older because my knees hurt, or I just sat down and I did all these things. And that's the whole issue. Like, you have to use it or you lose it.
Yes.
And so creating a better gut will keep you going physically and mentally, and then therefore, again, you'll be able to focus better at work. train harder, reap the results, right? Reap the results of what you put in.
Yes.
That's what you want, right?
Yes, I
Because
agree.
people give up because they can't reap the results.
Yes.
And so it's tough. It's a long-term play. That's what I tell all the
Yeah.
clients. We're looking at long-term, not short-term, because we can always drop weight within a couple weeks, but is it sustainable? And how do
Yeah.
you feel? And is it
Yeah.
going to help you long-term? So balance is very, very key because that's going to help you mentally and physically with your life.
Yes, I agree 100%.
Well, thank you for joining us today. We had an amazing time in today's episode. So many things to go over, so many things to understand, so many things to do. I'm happy, you're happy, our audience are happy.
Yeah.
So how do you feel?
I just want to say thank you again for getting all that information out there. I honestly feel that we have such a great product, and just giving the people the knowledge to really, truly change their lifestyle by just simplifying it into making sure that they are aware how important their gut health is.
It's very important, just like what we said today. Well, take a look, enjoy the podcast, and let us know if you need any information. You can always check us out at evasupplements.com, or you can order some supplements or meal prep at fits.com. Thank you guys. Till next time, have a nice day.
Thank you.